Hey guys, how are we all doing today? My name of course is Michael and welcome back to another video commentary. So Star Wars Battlefront is one of the most anticipated games of the year and I've got a few things to say about it, so if you're interested, sit back, relax and enjoy the commentary. So first of all, it's a given on how beautiful this game looks and sounds. It really does look like it's just been plucked from the movies. It's amazing on what DICE have done. They've always been really good at the graphics on their games, but this one takes the cake and is the best one that they've done so far. This week of course is Gamescom, so they've been revealing some new information and game modes and things like that. One of which is Flight Squadron, which is the new replacement for Space Battles. Personally, I think I prefer Flight Squadron over Space Battles because there's more obstacles you could potentially crash into. It just makes for a more tense, action-packed game than what Space Battles would do, because Space Battles is just a big open area and it's not very likely you're going to crash into the big ships and stuff. So I'm looking forward to playing this game mode. I'm really into dogfighting and that kind of thing. I do play a game called War Thunder on the PC, so not many games actually do proper just dogfighting games, so I'm really interested to play in this game mode and it might end up being the one I play the most. So I've wanted to do this video for a little while now, and one of the comments I was going to make before they announced Flight Squadron is that this game is kind of starved of content. Now that's an unfair statement because the game isn't out yet and we haven't seen the whole game, and they're not going to show us the whole game until it's out, but the game was announced 2 years ago and so far we've still known nothing, and they just say what isn't in the game. Space Battles is a good example of that. They just said it wasn't in. Flight Squadron obviously replaced that, and I don't know how many other game modes and things are going to replace the older game modes, but at the same time I'm still concerned it's starved of content because there's no single player experience, there's no single player storyline. The other Battlefronts did have that, and that was a really good replay value for the game, and this doesn't have any single player, so it's relying solely on the multiplayer. And there's another game that came out last year, we all know is called Titanfall, that just relies on the multiplayer, and I think that game had a lot of potential, but it just falls flat when it comes to replayability because there's hardly any customization. There's only a handful of guns, and there's no there's no pilot customization, sorry. You can't customize your character. You can change between the 3 Titans, but that's about it. And I think one of the reasons Call of Duty, for example, is so replayable is because of how large the arsenal of weapons is, and then each weapon has got so many different attachments to it. You can play a different game every game you play, and for like a long time, and each game will be very different depending on the type of playstyle you want to use. Now Star Wars is already limited because of the source material. For them to properly respect the source material, you can't go around and adding in all of these new guns, because Star Wars of course has only got a handful of blaster pistols and the blaster rifles and all that kind of thing. You can't go adding in all of these new things that don't exist in the canon because that just doesn't make sense. Especially as this is set before The Force Awakens, and if The Force Awakens still uses the original trilogy's weapons and things, you just can't add new stuff in. So the problem I'm having is you can't really customize your characters by the looks of it, because of course you're limited to the Star Wars characters. The Stormtroopers are the Stormtroopers, you can't change their design. You can't really change the Rebels design because they're just people. So it's the replayability in multiplayer games is where the customization really shines. That's what really makes the game replayable. Halo has a customization with your character, and Halo Reach, for example, you needed to progress in the game and unlock credits and things for you to get the armor. I'm not really sure how this game is going to keep tying people in, because Titanfall for me only really lasted a few months, because after that point I played everything in the game. So I'm really hoping this has some kind of reason for you to come back and keep playing it, other than the fact that it's a Star Wars game. I'm just unsure, because Titanfall seemed really good. This also seems really good. But at the same time, I'm worried because it seems that there's not much content in the game. I don't know, this is my opinions. If you guys want to share yours down in the comments, I'd like to hear them. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll see you around.